My name is Mel Popeye Moss. I'm with Sons of Liberty Riders MC, and I have a message for the people of Milam County. Now, you might ask, who is Sons of Liberty Riders MC? Well, we're a motorcycle club whose mission is to defend our Constitution and those who've had their constitutional rights violated. That's anyone. Doesn't necessarily have to be bikers. But in the sense up at McLennan County, we were working to defend everybody who had their constitutional rights violated. And you ask, well, what are bikers' rights? Because that's what this rally is about. It's about the same rights that are guaranteed by our Constitution and the Bill of Rights. The same rights guaranteed to every American citizen. Now, over decades, we find ourselves vilified and mischaracterized by law enforcement and media. So much so that the state legislature has created laws that allow our constitutional rights to be violated on a daily basis. It's been brought to our attention that a 24-year Army combat veteran who is a Purple Heart recipient, a 2-time Bronze Star recipient, has never been in trouble with the law. He's been to every hellhole our country sent our troops to over the last 24 years. That's incredible. Yet now, he's now facing criminal carry charges. He's never been in trouble with the law. He was vetted by the state with a CHL license. I mean, what crime could a 24-year honorably discharged veteran, never in trouble with the law, what crime could he have committed to deserve such a charge? The answer to that is, he's a member of a motorcycle club. And let me tell you, the stops and the things that are going on around this state are going beyond the scope of what those laws were intended to do. And that's the reason we're here. Take note, motorcycle clubs are not street gangs, but they are a reflection of the rest of our society. And like the rest of our society, there are a few out there doing dirty deeds, including law enforcement. Drugs and the lure of easy money can corrupt anybody, such as the Border Patrol, the DPS, Homeland Security, TABC, and it goes on up the line to politicians.
Only if they get caught.
That's right. Well, they have a system that protects them.
Police state.
That's the truth. And reports by the FBI, we've looked, and a study done by Bowling Green University tells us the numbers of law enforcement arrests and convictions are staggering. And the real numbers are unknown because of their abilities to cover their crime and the courts that protect them. And that's the truth of it. Anybody that cares to look can find out this information. It's not that hard, and we post it at texasbikerradio.org. Matter of fact, using the criteria they describe, that the law enforcement describes, they should be a street gang. And in the database, like they're putting other people. Matter of fact is, we found out here over the last weeks, when we asked everyone to go check and see if they're in the gang database. We provided a link for you to do so, and it's come back that we found out there are people that are in the database that have never been in trouble with the law. Matter of fact, one of our own members is in that database. He hadn't been on a motorcycle in three years. He drives a support vehicle. And thank goodness for him today, because we got this truck loaded. But you see what I'm talking about. This thing has gone beyond the scope. And we are here to seek redress from the people of Milam County. here in this courtroom, they can set this right. They can stop it right here. Matter of fact is, Judge Young could have stopped it a few weeks ago at the suppression hearing. But I'll not comment any further on that. That wouldn't have caused anybody any problems. But understand, we're defending all clubs. All clubs. Make no doubt about that. Whether you're a bandito or whoever. When your constitutional rights have been violated, and make no doubt, after what we saw up in Fort Worth, what we're seeing in Parker County, what we're seeing in Ellis County, it's out of control. It's out of control, and we're going to seek redress again and again and again, no matter which courthouse we have to get in front of. We'll travel the damn state wherever this injustice is carried on. And with that, I'm going to bring OG up here, my VP, and he's going to talk a little bit about 50 miles up the road.
First off, I want to tell you, I know I'm preaching to the choir. I'm preaching to the choir because y'all are here. Thank you. But what I have to say needs to be repeated over and over and over to everybody you run into on bike night, all the independents that are out there, all the mom and pop clubs. They're not here today because I believe, and I'm going to read this to you. This is a pretty famous saying that was written in the 1940s surrounding the events happening in Europe. Now I'm going to change the wording just a little bit, but this is a quote by Martin Niemöller. First they came for the banditos. I did not speak out because I was not a bandito. Then they came for the support clubs. I did not speak out because I was not in a support club. Then they came for me. The mom and pop, the hog patch, the independent. They came for us because there was no one left to speak for me. You think about that, because that's exactly what's going on today. The corruption in our government would have every founding father rolling over in his grave. What has occurred through the years since this country was formed. For this level of corruption and bullshit that is going on at a lower level, where our brothers and sisters are being pulled over and profiled, starts at the very top. Now, very quickly, I'll tell you, we've been able to accomplish a few things. Think back on Waco, no charges, but most importantly, that DA is gone. He's gone because you all became active and got the hell out there and talked to people and voted.
Ranger.
We have a support club member that's a DA in Corpus Christi. There are in the neighborhood of 500,000 registered motorcycles in the state of Texas. It is beyond anybody's comprehension what kind of a voting block that is, if we're able to make use of it. If we can just make use of a small percentage, we can get out there and we can get these corrupt politicians the hell out of office. It's human nature. I've watched it time and time again, I've watched honest people get elected, and the longer they're in office, the more corrupt they become because they have power and access to money now. They do a great job first term or two, but then they start turning. You can see it. Start talking to everybody at bike night. Bikers typically don't like to get involved. A little laid back, we like our freedom. We don't like anybody messing with us, and we don't really like to mess with anyone else. But think about what I said here. They're coming for everybody. Unless we start acting, there'll be no one left standing. We're the last iron horsemen in this country. We're the last line of defense. Let's do something about it. Thank you.
You know, we've done a bunch of these rallies. I'm a veteran of many of them. I've never pulled a permit, even in McLennan County when they tried to get us to get a permit. I said, no, we're not using any of your facilities. We're not using your electricity. We'll just be on the sidewalk and we'll be fine. The Constitution is our permit. And I want to thank God that we can still come together like this and seek redress. And that's in front of any courthouse in the nation. And that's an incredible thing. And I want to thank everybody that took the time out of their day, out of their weekend, away from their families, and enduring some heat for being here. It makes an old dude happy, an old biker happy, to see this kind of participation. And God bless you all, and ride safe going home. And we'll mill around here and talk to everybody for a while.